Oh hey internet, welcome back to whatever the hell this is. This is Type QQ, this is Starry Night's Helix, and good God. You know what? Promise me this. If you really hate this stuff, if this is really not good viewing, thumbs down it already. You know, it's very hard to stop playing when this is turning out to be no, I wouldn't say the most viewed or the most liked. Excuse me, as I lose my voice and go through puberty, but it's not getting the sort of reaction I expected out of a dumpster fire of a game. So I guess we wait until with this game that we either die as the hero or live long enough to see ourselves become the villain, I guess, huh? As you can tell from the length of the video, maybe you can kind of tell how this video goes. It actually goes pretty well, all things considered. But I think that's kind of what am I trying to say? It's kind of what's going to happen, or it's to be expected, where everything is so repetitious, and very much shallow. I guess shallow is the best word. These levels are to the point where I think I could stand in the center of the screen and just fire and come out okay. You know, they're pretty bad, pretty boring, and the boss battles are fractionally better, with just a few different phases of attacks that cycle. So it's one of those things why I say it's kind of expected, and I'm not too surprised that we're doing better in the game, is that, once you find the cycle of a boss down, it's all over, So he's had so this particular boss has 3 or 4 different attacks that cycle every 20 seconds, so of course, I guess once you figure it out, you figured it out, and there's no surprises after that. On to the second level here. Quickly picking up our level of power again. Yeah, these first 2 levels, there's nothing but a snore fest, really. I'm not so sure we've been hit yet, to be completely honest. Finally being able to kill that elephant, but I don't know to what good. We get these gems, I think we've beaten that horse to death about how the mechanics in this game really make no sense. It's like there are things in this game that are put in this game only because they felt that it should have been in there, but they don't understand why it should have been in there. It's like if you're building a game, with like a demographic in mind, or I wouldn't even say it with a demographic in mind, but if you're building a game and you don't know what you're making or why you're making it, but you just see dollar signs and you're like, okay, well, it has to be a first-person shooter, It has to have zombies. It also has to be an open world. It has to also have like roguelike elements. It also has to have all these different things in it to please every sort of gamer that's expecting these things. To the point where it's like, this game needed none of it. That's kind of how I feel with this. Is that like, well, every shoot 'em up has like a gem, gems and pickups and all this other trash, and some of them have, most of them have dialogue and maps and whatnot. But it's kind of like, if you guys knew what you were making and why you were making it, it wouldn't feel like it was like 70% fodder, The bomb is very weird too, if you haven't noticed. It's just a sort of full screen sort of like damage all. It's bizarre. It's very, very bizarre. And then not even in a way of being very satisfying to use. It's just something that goes over the screen already with that sort of like spider webbing type of fabric wrap, and then deals damage and then goes away. It's very whatever the opposite of cinematic and kind of like, it doesn't feel like a real attack, But here we are, stage 3. I wonder how long that the HP can really bounce around the stage without being picked up. Eventually, it does get pretty vacuumy and kind of sucks right into you, whether you want to or whether you want it or not. But I wonder how long to kind of bounce one around and use it until you really need it. I mean, I think some of these enemies here in the stage aren't half bad, I mean, they are kind of like, they actually seem like enemies instead of like, those, like, don't be scared, what's her name, Sora or something like that. Don't be scared, they're just dolls. Like, well, these obviously aren't dolls, they're obviously some sort of like alien breed of something, right? There we go. We got hit a few times there, just trying to maneuver around things, but not like the boss is ever going to kill us. Yeah, here's the boss here. Yeah, we fought this boss in worse conditions than this, and actually, just facing right there took down like maybe 60% of his health. I'm sure he will. There he is. And there's stage 3. See, you know what I would have done? I mean, aside from make a completely different game. But if the points don't do anything besides, your total score, which is viewed right there at the map for, world record, that's a bit too loud. World record keeping and stuff like that. I think it should have what the fuck am I trying to say? Like it should affect like the vortex. The higher score you have, the smaller the vortex gets. The lower score you have, like the more extreme and dangerous it is. You know, and maybe even have it affect the bosses in the final stage, where there's some sort of effect that if you haven't reached some sort of point quota, bosses are harder, bullets are faster, that sort of thing. I don't know. It just something to make it seem like it's worth your while to do anything in this game. Or you know, if this girl is so, you know, curious about, you know, what have you, about this vortex and what it's doing to her, like, community, have the pickups be journal entries of like people around the city, or like news articles. You know, Jesus Christ, we are, you know, this game is absolutely vapid, you know, shallow, like I was saying before. You know, it would almost like, well, you know, we have all these assets to a shooting up game, but we do need a story. Like, well, I don't know, just make a fucking vortex. Like, okay, sure. You know, really no consideration to the why you're doing anything. They just do it, you know. Alright, so here are the penguin bosses. And I say bosses because the second one's going to be popping up sometime soon, but there it is. These stupid idiots. Alright, firing up head there. But yeah, this is the boss fight we usually have been being killed on. But, however, we're pretty much coming to the point where we've seen all their shit, you know, we've seen all their attacks. A lot of it's not too surprising anymore. And oddly enough, we're just here, like, pounding the shit out of them now. Like, there was, like, a big dead space, you know. And there we are. Now we're cycling. You know, that the female has kind of left the screen for some unknown reason. There she is. She's back. And once you know it, it's this attack again. Very repetitious. You know, so once you've seen the magic trick once, you know, it's not very special. And we're back to this. How we're running low on health, but so aren't the bosses. And there it is. Progress is made. Who is it, Peng? God, fucking kill me. This dialogue is dog shit. Who is it? Who's it, Peng? Ah, talking penguin. I'm not a penguin, Peng. I'm not Peng. We are robot with emotions. We are having our festival right now. Ew. It's a robot. Human like you can't come in here, Peng. You can't, Peng. I didn't know it was a robot-only festival. We do gather together and play, Peng. Let's loosen up our stress from human, Peng. Peng Peng. Hey, hey. Can I play with you? No, that's no, Peng. You are human, Peng. Humans and robots are different, Peng. You have emotions. I do too. But robots can't challenge, Peng. Robots can't escape from the reality. Huh? What are you saying? Robots have stared into the abyss, and the abyss have stared back. We struggle with existential crisis. Every day, Peng. For the eternal, Peng. It's the void. It's eternal, Peng. Fucking hell, dude. Humans go. What a pair of loathsome characters, huh? It's like, you know, it's like a rotted onion or something, right? Like you would peel off another layer, and it's just more disappointment. Happy Christmas, everyone, and to a Merry New Year. So, yeah, we went out further and we found a new game, yeah, new level. So, I mean, first things first, what I need to do is get that power gauge up higher so we're not, like, sitting here, like plucking away at these enemies. We need to, like, kill them, like, ASAP, but... Oh, and that's what I hate. I hate that so much. Kill this goddamn enemy, and then it still fires attacks for, like, you know, half a second later. Oh my god, that was just... Seeing that, I'm like, oh, fuck that. Here it is again. Look at this shit. At least I think it's the same enemy. Yeah, look. Oh my god. Fucking kill yourself. Jesus. Fuck you. Who thought that was a good idea? Who the frig knows? I'll tell you what, it's getting really, if nothing else can be said about these later levels, they make it really hard to get to that sort of maximum level of firepower, just because, you know, as three-headed Cerberus there, like all like Scotties or whatnot. Oh shit! Now it's getting. Though their bullet patterns kind of are slow and dense, so once you kill them, it's hard to go back in and get those sort of coins to get your power up. Interesting bullets here that kind of follow you around. Alright, and here we are at the level boss. And I think I may have said it before, but this is another thing that really irks me. You see, you hear the noise of the gun, right? And you see the sort of burst that comes out. It has nothing to do with then the bullet patterns that just come out. They're out of sync, and it's just, it's like it's no care to make it seem like it's an actual living, breathing character. It's just a bear that bounces up and down, has a pop gun, and every once in a while, shit comes out of him. But luckily, happy Christmas, that's gone. Christmas! I couldn't see the Santa, but it was fun. Now you see all those... The dolls are back, huh, bitch? Jesus Christ. Huh? They're the same dolls as the ones that you were scared before. Oh, really? Well, what about those red triangular alien things? Ew, Eno. It looks like the vortex is bigger. That's true. It's big enough to swallow the next building. The building next or something. Maybe that vortex... Maybe someone might be controlling it. Controlling it? Maybe you're right, Soa. Then maybe the tower closest to the vortex may have a secret. I see. Should we go to that building? I mean, there's only 2 characters in this game. You know, is Eno like the evil villain who created the friggin' vortex? If everyone else has been sucked into the world, you know, into the vortex, except for her, guess who the boss is? Your friend Eno. You idiot! God damn it! I am almost positive that's the case. I haven't even looked into spoilers, but like, you know, it's the you know, it's the what do they call it? The gun on the... I forget now. I forget what they even call it. But there used to be a term or a phrase that they in the theater world, where if there's something on stage but it never gets used, it's a useless prop, because all it does is just distract your audience from what's really going to happen. You know, so if you have like, you know, a gun, you know, the gun has to be used, or just don't have a gun out there. You know, that's what I kind of feel about her. Is like, what the fuck is she doing here if she's not going to help you or eventually be the final boss? We're not doing so well here. We are already... And that's weird. Go back. I want to. I know that was a bad dodge, but I don't think we got hit by anything, did we? Oh well. That's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff, and we'll come back and we'll play some more later.